What's happening, folks? Gerald here, aka J490, coming at you with another reaction, another Michael Jackson reaction. If you haven't caught the theme, we are celebrating Martin Luther King Day, hence the King shirt. And I'm doing songs that are, if not necessarily about Martin Luther King, about the messages of Martin Luther King. And one of the songs I knew I was saving for this day was Michael Jackson's "Man in the Mirror." The Moonwalker version, though. It's funny because I love the album version, and I had the Grammy performance I had never seen before, so that was a whole different take on that. But this Moonwalker version is what I hold the most special. And it's been some years since I've seen the movie Moonwalker in general, but I had the tape. I had the tape as a little kid, and I watched it a bajillion times. That's the actual number, a bajillion times. I found a way to make that number happen, and how that tape still exists in storage isn't like crinkled and burnt. Because it went everywhere. It went to everyone's house. It went everywhere with me. And it's funny. I actually, during 2020, I bought it on Prime too, just to have a digital, version of it. But I just haven't set the time to watch it, because that one actually makes me pretty emotional, in the sense of that was the first Michael Jackson VHS tape I ever owned. That might be the first Michael Jackson anything I ever owned. I used to watch it a bajillion times. And this opening, though, this is how they start the movie, and this is one hell of a way to start a movie. This is one of the best performances I've ever seen, and we're gonna go on more into that after. But the most important thing too is this is one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs, written by the brilliant Saida Garrett. It's funny that she's gotten now in technically 3 videos in a way this month, so or at least mentions. And anyway, shout out to you, Saida, though. You're awesome, and love the message of this song, believe in the message of this song. And without further ado, before we get to the video, I need you guys to go ahead and subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. And now, without further ado, this is Michael Jackson with Man in the Mirror, the Moonwalker version.
Gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids in the street, but not enough to read. When I to be blind, pretending not to see them. I saw us disregard from broken bottle top and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why no one got to know.
Get down. That's 10.
Make that change.
Make that change. You know, it's that unintentionally tapped into some deep emotions and feelings for me. Just in that, again, how I was saying, I grew up bringing this tape everywhere. I have a aunt, my aunt Alicia, and right now she's suffering with very severe dementia. And when I would watch this video over her house with her, and she what I always appreciated, even at the time and stuff, even being like a little kid, every single figure in that video that they showed, off the top of my head, Mother Teresa, Gandhi, John Lennon, Jimmy Carter, Reagan, JFK, RFK, MLK, she said the names of each of them. And in many respects, some of them, me being like 5 or 6, it was my first time hearing those names. But then when I would learn about them in school, it would be I remember Auntie mentioned them. Okay, Auntie mentioned that they're in this video. They're in this video. And I appreciate that. I really appreciate me being me, who, like, this stuff is important, is, believes in the messages of these people, and most of these people and everything. as someone who I take not even necessarily politics, but where we are as the world seriously, more so off camera. I don't like to get engaged in that very much on the camera. A little bit more on Patreon, but still not too much. But I appreciate that this video and through my aunt and my mom too. I think my mom too before has kind of like, that's this person, that's that person, that's when this happened, that's when that happened. I appreciate them doing that when I was very young, because through Michael being my favorite artist as a kid, those stuck. Those stuck. I'm thinking this might be the first times of understanding the name John Lennon, where that came from, and like my aunt and my mom putting that a certain way, and yeah, But then too, you know what's funny? On the brighter side, this also invoked is that it'll forever be a regret for the rest of my life that there was never a chance I got to see him in a concert in his lifetime. The silver lining, the one bright spot in that, if I was one of those people who got the close up, I don't know how much it'd be worth it. It'd be worth it. I mean, come on. It's like you can catch any angle of me if Michael Jackson's in person in front of me on the stage. I don't care, but it's like I can't imagine like being many years removed and yeah, that's me being carried out over the crowd on a stretcher because I fainted, and or that's me crying profusely, loudly, and screaming, Michael. Yeah. I'm damn near that when I see Janet in concert, and I've seen her 7 times. It will be 8 this year when it happens. I've seen her 7 times in something I feel for them. It's something you can't even control. You don't even you're not even you. You're not even you when it's someone you admire and appreciate like that doing their thing in front of you. You're not even you when you're in that audience. So the bright side is there's no compilation video that exists of 3 seconds. Because it just would. And you know, like I said, I'd be okay if it did exist, but it's okay too that it don't. So anyway, I love that song so much. I love that rendition. I wish they released a audio of that like mix they did there, because it's some of the live vocals from the tour, but then it's also some of the studio of the song and all that. So I wish that was like released, and with the background, that mix is perfect. That mix is fantastic. So anyway, hope you all enjoyed this reaction. If you did, please go ahead and like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Happy MLK Day weekend to you all, and if you want to follow me on my social media, that's in the description below. If you'd like to tip me, sponsor a request, check out my Amazon wishlist. My birthday is January 27th. I'm just saying. That's in the description too. You can also join my Patreon. Become a patron on Patreon. And just lastly, thank you so much for even taking the time to push play on this video today. On Patreon, you're going to get benefits like early access to videos like these, Patreon-only videos like these, and occasionally extended ones too. And then just lastly, thank you all so much for even taking this time to push play on this video today. That means so much to me, and it goes such a long way. Really does. And beyond everything else, you all, please take care of yourselves, each other, and make this world a better place. Make that change.